All right, so we now are going to learn about conditionals. Have you ever stepped outside when it was raining and decided to put on a coat or a jacket? Well, guess what? Code can make those decisions too, based on conditions. Like, for example, is it raining? We use a specific statement called an if statement to make this happen. So let's go ahead and dive into coasters and see if we can make this work. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new variable and call it raining. I'm going to set that equal to a Boolean value. Booleans are kind of true or false. They're basically a key element in computer programming. So to create a Boolean value, we're going to say true with a capital T or false with a capital F. That's going to put inside this variable that value. And I'm going to then go ahead and create an if statement. And guess what it starts with? An if. All right, so we're going to do if, and I'm going to open parentheses, and I'm going to ask about the raining. Is it true? Is that true? Is it raining? So if it is raining is true, then it's going to do something. And much like when we were defining functions and class objects, we need that colon operator telling it what it's going to do if it's true. So we're now going to go ahead here and say put underscore on underscore coat. And I'm going to say that's maybe a make-believe function. So we can see that this logic works out. Raining equals true. If raining, true, then put on your coat. That's what you do when you look outside. You make a decision on the weather. Let's keep working on this and actually make one that works. Something that we can run in Codesters. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a season variable. And in season, I'm going to create a string value called fall. And then I'm going to use the set background option here for the background. I'm going to set the stage background to the value of season. All right. And then I'm going to grab a specific sprite, which I have looked up beforehand. And I'm going to call him Ice Cream Man because he's an ice cream man. He sells ice cream. Now, when you're doing this, you got to make sure you're spelling everything right. And sometimes it's nice because it'll change colors when you get something correct. So I'm going to type in that. And I want person, I believe, 16. All right, person 16. Hence why we want a really descriptive name. Person 16 is not really helpful for us, but since we're stuffing it into the variable Ice Cream Man, we'll be able to remember who that is. All right, so if we have a condition, so we're going to say condition if season, that variable above here, equals the string summer. Okay, and you might be wondering, wait a second, what is 1 equals is for assigning a value. Then what does 2 equals mean? Well, 2 equals means are these two statements, these two values, equal? And it looks at them and compares them. So in this case, it's going to look and see if the letters and the case are the same in some ways. And if they are, it's going to do what the if statement says. If they're not, it's not going to do it. Now you might be wondering, wait a second, why are we creating a line of code that's coming out to be false? Well, that's important because it might not always be false. So I'm going to do my colons to let it know what I want to do if it's true. So I'm going to say Ice Cream Man And I'm going to have him actually say, use the say kind of interface. Summer, perfect. Like time for ice cream. All right. Close my quotes, close my parentheses, and leave the if statement. All right, so there we go. We're out of the if statement because my cursor's all the way over to the left. I'm not indented anymore. Great, so now we have a statement. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. So there's our ice cream man, and you might notice it's not summer, it's fall, and he ain't saying anything. Let's make him say something if it's fall. So if season equals fall, closing those parentheses and those quotes, ice cream underscore man dot say, okay, open quotes, and we're going to go ahead here and say fall, this might be bad for business. Probably thinking that. All right, let's run it. There we go. This might be bad for business. Let's make it a lot better for this ice cream man. Let's make it summer. Awesome. Summer, perfect time for ice cream. So here's an example of using conditionals to change the way the code actually works based on a condition. In this case, what season are we in? Or at least what that string value is. Not technically it's actually understanding what a season is, but we do, and we name those variables very descriptively. So it comes across that when the seasons change, this character changes its opinion on it. So it brings our code to life a little bit. Great. So here's your understanding challenge. You need to go ahead and make your own project with your own conditionals and create some sort of scene that changes based on something. So go ahead, give it a try, and please post your code to the understanding challenge, and I'll see you in the next activity.